3D printing can be used in physics to teach students by using models to be used as examples in the lab and interactive models. Most exciting of all, 3D printers can even help demonstrate concepts for theoretical physics. Undergraduate students at Imperial College London created an 8 cm, 3 cm object based on a mathematical model detailing the spread of forest fires. The basic idea of a 3D printer is simple. A 3D printer builds up its object in layers, so the height of the object can be taught as of time. Suppose you have a mathematical model which defines a flat, two-dimensional picture that evolves in time. Typically, this will be a grid with some squares full and some empty. The mathematical model will define each point in the time what the printer should print at one height. The next step in the model will then define what to print on top of the first layer, and so forth. The result is a 3D object which shows how the mathematical model has evolved over time. While three-dimensional representation of physics concepts may only be experiments, they offer students better ways to understand and expand many concepts that until now have been purely theoretical. Physics students of near future may very well print models of Einstein's theory or special relativity, or of any physics models considered by purely theoretical such as dark magic, quantum gravity, and the linearity of time. 3D printing is the key to making that happen, and we got physics to thank for it.
Another way 3D printing interacts with physics is by constructing specific treatments to help cope with type 1 diabetes, relying on the printer to convert the design into 2D, then combine to make the final 3D object. 3D printing is known as bioplotting. It has researchers closer to help cope with severe hypoglycemic events. Islets of lathrins were 3D printed into scaffolds, which is transplanted into the patient to cope with type 1 diabetes. This controls the blood sugar levels and avoids hypos. Islets were placed into fluid hydrogel mixture during the printing to create three-dimensional scaffolds. Again, this wouldn't be possible without the modern advancements of 3D printing and fundamental theoretical physics.
3D printing can help establish a better understanding of physics. Using a 3D printer to create models that go hand in hand with physics will allow people to see the exact object that would typically be two-dimensional. The most helpful type of problems 3D printing would be needed for is mathematical ones. This will give the problems that are being solved a clear visualization to help solve complex physics problems. The 3D models will show all of the flaws and defined points of an object, which could be effective when formulating an answer. 3D printing can also improve or inspire ideas of physics because of the direct contact with the defined models.